part of my stream, if you want me to be for real with you, is being as real as possible and having real happen.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
It's
because
not.
you have lied to every single person in the live about your feelings towards Grace.
I have not lied.
Yes, you have.
No, I've not.
Yes, you have.
I've been very, very out. What am I supposed to tell you?
You're supposed to let us know that you have romantic feelings for this woman and you want it to work out. I guarantee you. Do you? Hold on. Yes or no right now? Because everybody in the live knows the answer to this. If Grace was romantically interested in you again, would you pursue it?
Probably not. No.
Okay. Well, everyone knows you're lying.
The same way.
Everyone knows you're lying.
Okay. Well, I'm not lying.
I don't even have to say anymore. Everyone knows you're lying.
Okay. Well, no. Rally.
Okay, so I watched a fair bit of the stream and a fair bit of this content and what you've been saying. And I think, let's see, where do I start? Let's start with you talking to Grace there. I think the way that you were talking to Grace, I think that was really weird because she was being more mature about it than you.
Oh, was that a real? Was it? I mean, yeah.
Well, no, I mean, you shouldn't have even had that conversation the way that you did. You relied on a 20-year-old to be more emotionally mature than yourself.
For what?
For stopping the relationship. You were literally at one point like trying to emotionally manipulate her into continuously doing content with you. By saying that she has very mid content, what is she going to do? Boring content without you, and that you have the opportunity to do great content together. And when your whole goal is to like be around her and then like maybe date her or fix her. I think it's incredibly manipulative and I think it's unethical.
Would you?
Listen to Rella, 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 listen to Rella.
No, I can't skip them.
Okay.
So in a real sense right now, because like dropping the bit, do you think that I genuinely want her to go ahead and do content with me if she doesn't want to do content with me?
I think you're trying to convince her to do content with you.
In a real way in that conversation, you think I was?
You were I think if Grace Thorp messaged you to do content with you, you would continuously try.
I think I would if she dressed with me, yeah, because I don't mind.
Yeah, you're trying to convince her to do content with you, though.
I don't think I'm trying to. I think
yes,
in a real sense. No, I'm not lying.
Yes, you are.
Listen, I could turn you in to Harley Quinn, and we could be Joker and Harley Quinn. We can do this together, Grace. I don't understand why. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're more chill. You're more of a flower girl. I can turn you crazy. And I know you want to be crazy. I know you want to be crazy. Deep down there, you want to become Courtney. I know you do. I could make you Courtney.
I'm already very much like my mom. Don't worry about it.
Well, let's unleash it. Let's unleash it together, Grace. Let's unleash it together.
Yeah, but you got that. The craziest I got was when I ditched you. That was like my most.
That's mid. That's a mid. That's mid. That's mid. Kill me.
You said it made you close to suicide.
I don't, dude. Well, I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm too narcissistic. Actually, make me kill myself. Please do something. Actually hurt me. Do something actually interesting. This is so mid.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I think all streamers are narcissistic. I think it's.
Oh my God, you're like a fucking politician. I don't care about this. Either be content, Grace, or get off the fucking internet.
You are lying to yourself.
This is so boring. Okay, what I'm telling you, she should be my Harley Quinn to my Joker. Do you think I'm being dead serious? Do you think what we were doing IRL was anything related to like Harley Quinn and Joker?
When she's on the live telling you she doesn't want to do content because you guys are too different with how you guys want to do things. And then you're sitting there saying, what are you going to do? Go back to streaming with your random friends? Going back to streaming in like Rhode Island and doing fucking nothing all day? You're trying to manipulate her into saying her career is going to die without you, and that or in some capacity that she's going to be better off if she interacts with you. That's what you're doing. You're trying to convince her to continuously do content.
I'm not trying, in a real sense, I'm not trying to get her to do something she doesn't want to do.
You're the problem.
In the
No.
eyes of the
The problem is you're viewing it different. You're viewing it incorrect. You're trying to tell me you weren't trying to get her to do something she didn't want to do. You were trying to get her to want to do content with you. That's the problem. And
do you think in
in
a real way? Do you think I legitimately, like, if you look at our messages, do you think our messages are like, hey, it would be really good if we continue doing content together. I think we should go ahead and go here and do this, and this, and then go ahead and like do whatever the fuck it is?
No, I think you've messaged her since yesterday, back and forth to some degree, which I think is completely inappropriate. Which gets to the next point that I have, which is that I think this is incredibly emotionally devastating to people that are friends with you, right? So I had messages from several people that were mutual friends of ours that were emotionally like fucked because of the shit that you were saying on the stream. As a result of the shit that went down between Nadoosh, Grace, and you.
This is not a bit.
What do you mean with this stream just now?
Not joking.
No, the stream when you were talking about killing yourself. I had several people message me saying, is he okay? This is like really, really fucking worrying. I'm worried about him. Is he okay? And shit like that. They're reaching out to me. What the fuck am I supposed to say to him now? Yeah, he was emotionally devastated by this one chick, and now he's going back on the stream begging her to do content with you. Is that what I'm supposed to say to your fucking friends? The actual people that care about you? It's just like, yeah, you know what? He was suicidal, and he's going back to that same person to interact with them again for a third time. What the fuck am I supposed to say to them? What am I supposed to say to them?
That he has recouped himself and that he is going into this with a healthy mindset.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to actually try again and be serious this time. What am I supposed to say to people who legitimately said it's fucking with their head that you are sitting there talking about suicide when they care about you so much, and then you're going back and you're messaging this person? What am I supposed to tell those people? What are you supposed to tell those people? Well, this isn't fucking funny, man. You're like laughing, you're smiling and shit. There is people that legitimately are sad. They're emotionally fucked because you're sitting over here talking about killing yourself over a chick that you're back messaging.
Okay, first off, I'm not killing myself over a chick. First off.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Do you think I'm killing do you think the reason why I want to kill myself is just because
it's because of the way that she interacted with you, yeah.
Yeah, and anyone else in my life, literally, we can go on a new arc with Evil Fossil, and I can want to kill myself there too.
And you know what anybody's advice would be? Do you know what those friends' advice would be? Stop interacting with Evil Fossil.
Oh, and you literally are telling me, let's go interact with different schizos. So what is your response? Like,
my response here is I don't think Evil Fossil would do this to you.
Okay, kill it. Okay, do you want to go, like, I don't think Evil Fossil would do this to you. What do you think? Do you know this guy's character?
No, I don't, but I also don't think that you're going to get emotionally or romantically attached to Evil Fossil because he has a penis.
I'm pansexual, first off, and then second off, okay, cool. Then
you know that's a fucking gag. You had a clear emotional romantic attachment to Grace that it is very obvious you're not going to have to Evil Fossil. The problem is you keep kidding. You're joking right now. But I literally have DMs of people saying they are fucking depressed over the fact that you're talking about killing yourself and you're over here interacting with the same person over again. And not only that, this person is telling you to not interact with them anymore, that you guys aren't a good fit, and you're trying to convince them that it is a good idea to continue doing content. What the fuck are you supposed to say to those friends who are actually give a fuck about you? What the fuck are you supposed to say? I want to get you the fucking messages that these people sent me so that way you can respond to them. Hey, I know you were worried about how I was suicidal and all, but I'm going to keep interacting with this person because I don't give a fuck about your feelings. Because that's what you're doing.
I would say it's literally content, baby. I would say it's literally content.
It's not content. It's not. If it is content, then you wouldn't be fucking emotionally devastated every time this shit happens. It's not content, bro. It's not fun for your friends. It's emotionally fucking. It's a roller coaster of emotions. You're just self-destructive. Anybody that actually gives a fuck about you is getting emotionally tired. Like, we're getting to the ends of our fucking line, dude. I can't care about you when you're talking about killing yourself over some chick that you literally, within the next 12 hours, start messaging again. I can't care about you if this shit happens. Nobody can fucking care about you. Because it's too fucking much. If I care about you, you're just gonna go and do it again.
Wouldn't that be, like, the ideal thing then? Just not care about me and let me be a fucking retard? Wouldn't that be... Wait, in a real sense...
So your master plan is that nobody should be your friend or close to you at all, because you want to continuously do your mentally ill, brain rotted shenanigans. That's your master plan. Instead of literally doing something that makes your life better, you want to exile all of your friends. All of them. I got like 5 different people who messaged me about this shit, about your well-being. You want to just say fuck it to all of their relationships. You literally just want to spit on those friendships and just go, fuck it, I want to continuously pursue this woman. That's what you want to do.
Well, it's not pursue this woman.
Yes, it is. Stop lying to people.
Content.
No, it's not. You said it was content the first time you got burned. You said it was content the second time you got burned. Nobody's buying it anymore. It's not cute. You're 26-year-old. Start acting like a man. Like you're acting like you're 16 years old. Take responsibility for something.
Okay. So Relly, let me ask you this. Since we're all about the mental health and making sure I'm in the right place, what do you think happens when we're doing Tinder content and since I'm all these mentally ill girls just ruin my life, maybe want to go suicidal, what do you say to these people when I go back to Tinder and it becomes another girl similar to Grace that we have a conversation with, and then I get attached to her? What do I do?
You have to actually participate in making your life better by practicing ways to not have an unhealthy attachment pattern. Yeah. The only way that this ends with you having any friends, any at all, is with you fixing your behavior. Nobody can be emotionally attached.
And in order for me to fix my behavior, I cannot talk to Grace Thorp, aka Joan.
Yeah, right now, you can't do it because you clearly have a pattern of unhealthy attachment with them.
I have a pattern of unhealthy attachment.
Yes, it has happened twice, and you are now trying to do it for a 3rd time.
What do you think about Hannah then?
I don't think you should be interacting with Hannah because I think Hannah's in a different place in her life. We've talked about Hannah. I think she's too young. She's in a transitionary period of her life. I don't think it makes sense.
So what do I need in order for you to feel like I don't understand what you want me to do? That's not part of my the part of my stream. If you want me to be for real with you, is being as real as possible and having real shit happen.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not. Because you have lied to every single person in the live about your feelings towards Grace.
I have not lied.
Yes, you have.
No, I've not.
You have.
I've been very, very outwards. What am I supposed to tell you?
You're supposed to let us know that you have romantic feelings for this woman and you want it to work out. I guarantee you. Do you? Hold on. Yes or no right now? Because everybody in the live knows the answer to this. If Grace was romantically interested in you again, would you pursue it?
Probably not. No.
Okay. Well, everyone knows you're lying.
The same way.
Everyone knows you're lying.
Okay. Well, I'm not lying.
I don't even have to say anymore. Everyone knows you're lying.
Okay. Well, no. Everyone's gonna know I'm lying because they don't fucking believe me. But even Sushia still has romantic interest in me, and I'm not.
That's a completely different story.
Oh, it's
like I didn't bring up Sushi, and even still, I'm not sure about Sushi, but I didn't
but
even bring up.
But Sushi is somebody that who's wronged me, and I've gone ahead and done steps to go ahead and not be in a relationship with them, or not pursue things with them after they fucked with me multiple times.
After like 2 years of struggle and battle, yeah.
Okay, well, after 2 times, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me type vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you're about to go for a 3rd with Grace. What's your excuse? You're 26 years old. Grow up. You're 26. Grow up.
Okay.
What is your excuse right now? What's your excuse for going to that fucking live chat room? What's your excuse?
My excuse is that everyone in my chat was saying that they think she's a bad person, and I don't think she's a bad person. And I wanted her to just say like, yeah, no, I didn't think that shit was bad. But what she did was she instead tried to say like, no, I think you're manipulative. I'm like,
this is
and then she goes ahead and says like, oh, well, we're both manipulative.
You can't play this card. You can't say that everybody in my chat thought she was a bad person after I cried and being suicidal about the shit that she did to me. You need to pick a fucking lane, bro. You're weaponizing your audience to be destructive against Grace, and then within the next 12 hours, because of your emotional whiplash, you're like, actually, she's a great fucking person. I don't know why everybody in my audience hates her. Maybe it was because you were literally crying and suicidal that there was people messaging me, friends messaging me, that you were so fucking beaten up over this chick.
Well,
maybe that's the reason why everybody in here fucking hates them. You can't act like that came out of nowhere. You did that.
Well, no, if they can. Okay, I don't think you should hate them for that issue. I think that was really fucked up that they did, but she's not a bad person.
You broadcasted that she did that. She brought you to the brink of suicide. What the fuck is anybody in the live supposed to think?
No, let me actually
what
think about
what
it.
are people in the audience supposed to think when you're sitting there crying?
Let me actually think about that for a minute. Because I was dressed up. And I did look dapper. And I did get ready for that date, and I did sit there at the table for a while. And she did leave me. Maybe I just don't think of it. Maybe I let a lot of the good stuff cloud the bad. And maybe that is generally what I do a lot with. I deal with Grace maybe, and I, maybe and it's and I mean, like, in a sense, like I told you, like I'm telling you right now, and no one will believe me. I'm not romantically interested in Grace anymore. As of the last time, I lost romantic interest in Grace.
Can I speak on that?
But what?
Because you said that after the first time.
I never said that.
Yes, you did. Me and you had a conversation. Several. Yes, we did.
I said I was I didn't think I was romantically interested in Grace. I was like, oh, what is her vibe? Like,
no. We had a specific conversation because after you got burned the first time, I told you you're gonna get burned a second time, and you better keep an arm's length from this woman. Stop interacting with her. And you're like, no, I'm just gonna do bits. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do bits. We're gonna keep it on stream. It'll be content. Trust me. That's what you told me several times. Our roommates can attest to that. I can attest to that. Even chat might be able to attest to that. I can almost guarantee you a couple of those conversations happened on stream. So, like, no.
Maybe there's a weird blurred line, because I think me and her had like conversations in private that were like messages of me like, oh, like, I'm gonna choke you and stuff like that, and she was kind of like entertaining it. But maybe that's where I kind of was like, okay, I don't understand what's going on. But I get what you're saying, and I probably said like, okay, there's nothing going on there, but it's like, Dorps don't do bits, bro. You need to understand that. Well, I understand after I found out their shit that they don't do bits, but like.
You understand you're like throwing your friends to the wayside, right?
I'm throwing my friends to the wayside.
Anybody who cared about you while you were
like, here's the thing, dude. Like, it's so like, am I like fucking retarded? I'm literally just going through life, and that's like, people are like, oh, you're going through life. Like, it's not like I'm doing drugs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I'm going through, like, maybe it's like I'm just going through life, and then what's happening is I'm having things.
I think this is perfectly analogous to drugs. I think it is. I think it is perfectly analogous to different addictions. I think it's perfectly analogous. You are self-destructive. You are addicted to it. You are clearly addicted to it. There is behaviors that you are doing that beyond all reason you continuously do it. No matter how this conversation goes, you will probably message Grace. That is probably what's going to happen. You're probably going to keep interacting with her. And the same thing that happens with addicts is the people that care about addicts, they start becoming emotionally overwhelmed because there's just not anything that we can do. We get emotional atrophy. It just runs out. Because I can only care about you so long and see you constantly hurt yourself before I have to emotionally check out. Because I shouldn't be feeling stress. I shouldn't be feeling this amount of bullshit by being friends with you when you're the one doing it to yourself. I am more invested. Our roommates are more invested. Fucking people that DM'd me are more invested in you getting better than you are yourself. That's the problem. We unironically care more about you getting better than you do.
And how do you want me to get better?
I want you to get better by, honestly, preferably going to therapy. I think chat would absolutely pay for it if you dono gold it. If we did some of that. I don't.
No shot.
Yeah, I think you could at least have a couple sessions that were dono gold by chat. Absolutely, I think you could. Fuck, you might be able to have some of your personal.
Dude. Oh, like, dude. I don't need to do. I'm gonna actually let me just keep driving my mental health into the ground, and then like maybe I can get like an inpatient, dono goal. Like, we can go to IOP, guys. You gotta do an IOP dono goal. I think that'll be so base. I think genuinely, what needs to...
I think there is a significant amount of people in chat, not only that, but also friends that you have who have significant influence and shit like that might be willing to help you out during this process. Because there are people that you know of that have stopped interacting with you because of your self-destructive behavior, and they were right. It is emotionally exhausting to care about you. It's just that simple.
It is emotional.
You are pushing away every single person that cares about you with this behavior. You don't look at you. You're laughing. You literally don't care. You do not care about the people that DM'd me that said that they were genuinely distraught by the shit that was going on in your stream. You literally don't care about their emotions, and you are showing it on your face right now. You are showing it on your face. The individuals that reached out to me. I wish I could fucking name drop, but I didn't ask them.
Dude, I had people tell me like, oh, don't KO us as well, dude. I get it. I freaking get what you're saying, dude. You take it. I understand. It's fucking something serious, dude. I think part of being a streamer comes into some of these rocky territories. Now, can I go ahead and do things healthy? Yes, but like here's the thing. Right now, if we're gonna continue doing these streams where I'm talking to girls, I'm trying to get real stuff, and it's real life like shit, this is gonna happen again. What needs to happen though is I need to learn good ways to deal with it when it happens, and I think.
And you know what's the best way to do that? Therapy.
Okay, cool. So do you want me to put a dono goal for therapy, or
some kind of dono goal, or I have a couple of sponsors. We can do the same thing that you did with Mech Arena, where after the whole goal is weaponize our audiences to be able to get you enough money to get to therapy.
You really have to look at, like, dude, you really have to like think about what you're saying. Like we could do like dono goals and like stuff for therapy. Do you understand? Like it's like, dude, we don't make that much. We don't make that much money, dude. I don't think people are like, no one in chat is like, dude, I want to pay for Darius's therapy. Type 1 in chat if you're like, dude, again, I'd pay for your therapy.
I offered you an alternative. I also don't really think you realize what I'm saying. I just said I was offered a sponsorship opportunity, and I was willing to spend money, my own money that would be contractually obligated to me to help you go to therapy. But you found a way to just sidewind that into saying. So we're going to use
first off, sponsorship. We're going to use your sponsorship money to go ahead. Like I'm. Okay,
yes, and get you therapy.
Can't we just do like a Erudite session, or like go on like
Erudite? If Erudite was here herself, she would not say that any of the things that she provides is a substitute for therapy. She would be probably willing to talk to you, but she would probably have the same conclusions that I do. You are atrophying every single person that actually gives a fuck about you, and you need to find ways to deal with it.
Okay, so you think a healthy option right now for me to show that I'm having growth is to stop interacting with Grace Thorp?
Yes.
Okay, what happens with the next Grace Thorp?
Then hopefully you're in therapy and you're figuring out ways to avoid your unhealthy
how many months of non-tent do we need?
It's not non-tent. The Tinder streams and shit like that isn't non-tent. Going to go see fucking Evil Fossil is not non-tent. I already have streamers that want to meet us in New York when we fly to New York, so we can collaborate and do content together while we're out there. You think that it's non-tent to just not be there with Grace Thorp?
No, I'm just saying that what's non-tent is I need to like, probably if I'm going through therapy, is ignore my advances and my wants for a relationship right now with people, in order to go until I'm out of therapy and just keep doing these Tinder things. But the things people like to watch and the things I'm doing when I'm streaming is this sort of like, Grace is not content, Grace is not, yeah, I know, Grace is not content. But what I'm trying to say is like, people like the things that people want to watch is that there's like a genuine storyline, or not even just like genuine storyline, but like there is genuineness that's going with there, and there's actual things being in place, like with not even just with Hannah, but like even with like Elise. Like,
yeah, I think Elise is a good example. I was going to bring her up too. I don't think you had an unhealthy attachment to nearly the degree of Sushi or Grace with Elise. I think Elise is a great example.
I did very much like Elise, though.
Yeah, you liked her.
Yeah. So
I'm not trying to say any and all interactions with women you are incapable of doing. There is just clear and obvious times where it is unhealthy. Grace is unhealthy. Your attachment to Sushi was unhealthy. And maybe to a specific degree, your attachment to Hannah was unhealthy. I think it was just like you were kind of in love with her, and that's what it was. I don't think it was like unhealthy any more than you just being in love with her.
okay, so what's the unhealthy part of Grace?
The unhealthy part is that you are trying to fix her. You see her as a project that you are trying to fix. You have an unhealthy attachment pattern with women that you consider are damaged that you want to fix.
Do you think OSGT is a real concept? Do you think Grace Thorp needs fixing?
I'll give you a minute to think about the question you just asked me and think about whether or not you are ready for what everybody agrees is the answer to that.
I think OSGT is a concept that's and that's all it is. I think I've thought about it like, okay, if I was to do this, and I even came up with like this thing,
sure.
but it's like not like I can't actually really do that. Like,
let's run with that delusion. If that was true, why did you say that you had suicidal ideation?
I had suicidal ideation because I have a lot of family trauma and things that have affected me in my life, and when I have not dealt with them in healthy ways. So whenever things happen that relate to that, like for example, my friends like trying to do weird things to spare my emotions, I start to process all those things, and then it makes me get back to that point. I need to learn in healthier ways to deal with people that are, I guess.
If you didn't care about Operation Save Grace Thorp, if you didn't care about this shit, why the fuck are you depressed? Why were you suicidal?
Destiny's here? Where? If Grace, is someone trolling? Say again?
If you didn't care about Grace, if you didn't care about the Operation to Save her, why the fuck are you suicidal? You would just go, oh wow, that's kind of cringy, and you would just move on with
because
content.
It's a reminder of all the other things that I have not bothered with. When I saw the family situation, the reason why I was crying on the porch is because I saw a lot of my family in there, and that is something that I'm very sensitive with when I think about my family.
Yeah, and so you understand that makes Operation Save Grace Thorp not a meme, right? It's a very serious thing. In order to continuously...
I'm not trying to save... I'm not trying to save my... I promise you, I'm not trying to save myself through Grace Thorp.
No, what I'm saying is that you had a clear instance where you saw that interacting with this woman can cause you severe emotional distress, and then you continuously interacted with her. Why?
I think
you obviously are invested in this. You are invested in saving her because you already agreed it's non-tent. So you pull the it's not content. You know it's not content. So it's not for the live. So then what is it for? Because you get emotionally fucked up about Grace. You've done it twice already, but you did it once previously, leading up to this, and it's not content. Why the fuck are you doing it then?
It's not content. Why are you doing it? Well, I think first off, I think I think Grace is, when we're doing stuff, I think Grace is a good content maker. You already just agreed that it was non-tent, and it is non-tent. I think it's non-tent when she's unable to do the content. She just fucks off. So yeah, I now realize
because you guys were incompatible. You established that after first meeting.
She was incompatible because she had some weird thing where she thinks I'm actually trying to I don't know, because she thinks she doesn't understand what's a bit and what's not a bit or whatever. So it's so that's where the fucking what's it called goes, the whole fucking even the date thing. She's well, I can't I couldn't handle the concept.
That's who you are. I have stated since I moved in, I don't know what is a bit.
Am I the best content creator in the fucking world, dude? Because it's here's the thing, Grace Thorp's family is generally fucked. They are a fucked group of people, and if this nigga cannot do a fucking date or whatever, right? Then then what the fuck? And I am. And I'm able to fucking understand. Then what the fuck? I'm what am I doing? Is there nobody else in the world that I can go ahead and do this relative content with, and it'd be tame, unless I have an actual girlfriend?
Any individual, at least based on how long I've known you, I would have to reference individuals that have known you for longer and in separate situations. Any person that doesn't have significant family problems or attachment issues that causes your attachment issues to kick in. Yeah, I think you can do the content with them, but Grace is not one of those people. Again, you establish at the beginning.
Which I think
You cannot
which I think is,
properly interact with Grace without being emotionally too attached.
No, I think I cannot properly interact with Grace with I think I can emotionally disattach.
No, you can't, because you would have done. Wait, hold on. Let's do this. If you could emotionally detach, why the fuck didn't you do it when you were suicidal?
Because I have other trauma in my life that causes it to get triggered.
Yeah, and so you can't emotionally detach.
So I just shouldn't be doing this type of content at all?
Yeah, with those kinds of people, yeah, absolutely.
Then I shouldn't be dating girls.
No, you can date women. We've established a pattern in which you could be around, like Jasper, great person. Speak highly of her.
Even Jasper, I like. Here's the thing.
No,
just
there's a
because
difference.
I'm like not crying on stream doesn't mean I'm like having like emotional problems. Like even Jasper, like when she fucking didn't want to talk to me anymore, I still got pretty upset because I fucking
Yeah, because no. It's big. That's a human thing. When somebody you care about doesn't want to talk to you anymore, that makes sense. You're literally blending your problems. One is a very clear mental illness, and another one is a natural reaction to somebody you care about not interacting with you anymore. When Jasper stopped interacting with you, what I saw was, yeah, you were pretty sad, you were pretty upset, you talked to me about it. But that was very human, that was very normal and natural. And you were able to have her boundaries be respected and have her, give her space and things like that. With Grace, it seems a lot different. With Sushi, it was a lot different. You know, Elise, great example of you handling it well. Like, there's women that you can interact with that you can be fine, and it's just like normal. It's normal, like sad boy shit if they're not talking to you anymore or interacting with you anymore. But Grace is not one of those people. Cut it up.
Okay, let's remove Grace from the picture. Grace doesn't exist anymore. Grace doesn't exist anymore. I block Grace. We move on. There's nothing there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What do I need? Again, I'm still so confused. Like, how do I prevent myself from falling into another Grace?
I know exactly how you do it.
And you can't just say therapy because you can't just say therapy. You can't just say therapy. You can't do that.
That's your best shot at being.
I'm streaming every day for two weeks.
You can take a day off. You can take a day off.
It's not a nigga. What the fuck? I need to take several months off.
No, you don't. You don't. In order to do therapy, you can do it maybe twice a week, once a week.
That's not going to solve my. Therapy is a long process.
It is a long process. And guess what? You have to deal with your problems. You can't just hope it's going to go away.
But I'm still dealing with this content.
That's fine. You can deal with the content. What is the alternative? What is your alternative?
The alternative is that I do therapy.
You drink some magic potion and you get better? It's not going to change.
No, the alternative is that I start playing League of Legends and I just do that for my free time, my stream content, and then I go ahead and I get therapy, and then I go back to this in like 6 months.
If you want to do that, you can. I don't think that's necessary. I think that's going overboard. You can do that if you would like. But I know what you're doing right now. What you're doing is you're appealing to absurdity in order to say...
No, it's not. Nigga,
yes,
what the fuck, dude? No, you generally...
Allow me to say what I think you're doing right now. I think what you're doing is you're saying, I can't go to therapy because then I'd have to stop streaming and make the most boring content in the world. Because I don't want to stop streaming and make the most boring content in the world, I'm obviously going to not go to therapy. That's what you're doing. You don't have to blow up your entire stream to be able to go to therapy. All you need to do is issue out once or twice a week or whatever, and you can do this shit online even. You don't even have to do it in person. So you can just be here, let's say after this stream or something, take 1 or 2 hours to have a session with a therapist, and then you can go back. You're trying to say, I obviously can't go to therapy because then I'd have to quit streaming. It's not true. It's just not true.
Okay, so I can go to therapy and do my stuff. I'm just telling you that it's going to take time, and this is still something that can happen within the next 3 months.
I agree.
And all you're hoping is that all you're doing is hoping that what happens is also discord.gg/DariusIRL, by the way. Hop up in. All your hope. Are these stretch marks, nigga?
You're gonna get stretch marks as you grow.
Are these stretch marks? Or
Well,
this
actually,
bruise?
maybe not because
Is this a bruise?
Because you're. Let me see. Maybe not because you were over. No, you have some stretch marks there.
Oh man.
And a bruise. You
Right.
have both.
You hit the gym. Oh, there goes someone else's link. Okay, hold on 1 second. Oh, someone did that? Okay. But you guys can post the discord.gg/DariusIRL in the chat and also the Reddit. All I'm saying is that this is, with the content I do, this is likely to happen. And with my content, all I'm hoping, like, I think within the first month of streaming this stuff, I had a breakdown as well on stream, but I had to end my.
Are you talking about when we were in the living room?
Yes.
That was about sushi, to my knowledge.
Okay, well, leaked, but yeah. And
No,
then
you literally. That's what everybody said. That's what you said.
I did not say that.
You did.
Didn't say it.
Okay. Well, nonetheless, you need to limit your exposure to specific people.
Well, what happens when I have new people that exist that go ahead
You
and...
need to listen to the people that actually give a fuck about you and
Paul
limit your
Zerka, his
exposure.
brother, is a therapist.
Is he really?
He is, actually. Okay, because I think this is literally just a conversation on just like this Grace Thorp is a dead meme. This is literally just saying like Grace Thorp.
Well, it's not only that. It's that there's going to be people in the future that you have a similar attachment pattern to, that you have with Grace Thorp, that you're going to need to not be a part of your life because it's just unhealthy.
But how do I even catch that?
You listen to the people that actually give a fuck about you. You have a group of people that you trust that can do it, and then we'll take you through the signs, like I did with Grace, right? Where it's like, hey, you just had an emotional breakdown over this woman, right? You're clearly attaching yourself
Stop
to her.
saying over this woman. It's just like it's caused. You can say caused by, but just say over this woman. It's not, because it's not what it is. It's not like, oh no, this girl doesn't like me, I'm going in and crying. It's just that I have like a lot of emotions that I have not dealt with through therapy, which I was dealing with when I had an actual job, 9-to-5 job, and I had insurance. But like when I left the therapy, I wasn't able to process those in healthy ways anymore. It's not because I literally just heard.
So
like,
wait, you went through therapy before and it helped? So then why are you fighting me on the idea of going to therapy again?
Oh my god, dude! I went to therapy for like a month or 2 or 3 months or whatever. But like, I'm not saying it helped. I'm not saying it helped or didn't help. I wouldn't fucking know because I wasn't doing this content during that time. It's like I'm doing something.
You said that it gave you healthy ways to be able to manage it.
I was managing ADHD and other shit. But regardless, I'm doing such a different concept of like things right now, and all I'm saying is that I can go ahead and I can go to therapy, but therapy, I have a million fucking issues. The issue of me going ahead and having to know how I deal with girls in a healthy way is not going to get resolved until like 3 to 6 months from now. And like all I'm saying is that the time, like, of course, yeah, I should go to therapy. All I'm saying is that if you
streaming for 3 to 6, you make it sound like getting tools
dude, stop, because all I'm saying is within those 3 months, something is going to happen again if I continue doing this stuff where I'm talking to girls and I'm trying to emotionally like give myself.
And do you know how you best handle those?
I stop having emotional attachment to women.
No, you don't have to. You can. That is a solution. But again, that's the
here's the thing.
option.
If I stop having emotional attachments to women, then I'm going to just be.
The problem is right now you're doing the I'm gonna cut out. You're like going vegan to lose weight is what you're trying to do right now. You're trying to throw the baby out with the bathwater. You're trying to go like, oh, I just have to stop having all emotional attachments with women. One, that's not going to happen. That's never going to happen. That's unrealistic. Two, you don't need to do all of that. We've already established through your past behavior and interactions with women that you don't have to stop interacting intimately with women. You just have to limit your interaction with specific women. Specific women are toxic towards your life. Okay? That's what it is. There are specific women that are toxic towards my life, right? We've talked about it. There's, and I need to limit my exposure with those specific people. You need to limit your exposure with those specific people.
Dude,
it's just how it works.
Can I just be honest? It's just so fun fucking with mentally ill girls, dude. It's just so fucking fun, dude. I'm not even doing a bit right now. It's just so fun, dude. It's the only excitement I get in my fucking life, dude. Like, let's be real here, bro. Like, I do what the fuck, dude. It's so fucking fun, dog. Like, okay, like, yeah, I'm gonna, like, if I find a girl that's literally, like, getting fucked by her cousins, like, gangbanged every fucking weekend, I'm probably gonna pursue her because it's fucking fun to figure out what the fuck's going on there. It's fun. I'm fucking bored. I have nothing else going on. I do not have an instrument. I do not have a game I play. I can't play League anymore. I just think that mentally ill girls are fucking hot. And that's it. Like, and then in 3 months, I'm gonna fucking find. I'm on fucking. Listen, school's gonna start in August. That's 1 more month now. TwitchCon is in two more months after that. I'm gonna fucking find another mentally ill girl, and I'm telling you right now, I'll work on better ways to do it. This low key with Grace, it's been kind of like a cuck thing because like I have been like so fucking like I haven't been home to like do like I haven't gone to the gym once while I've been talking to Grace. I've gone to the gym once. I haven't gone to the gym. I haven't done my usual routine stuff, so I've been a little bit more online than I should be. But as I'm inside my house, I will be able to go ahead and do things better. Stop copying and pasting Destiny, nigga, kill yourself. But like, I'll be able to like process it better and do things better. I think there.
What everything that you just said. Who cares? Why the fuck did you just say that? What does that matter?
Because like
you just said that you enjoyed messing with mentally. Everybody knew that you enjoyed doing that. That's why you continuously interacted with Grace. Like, who? And like, there was no revelation there. You obviously like being around these.
But
women.
it's like you're taking
That's
away
the
my
problem.
mentally ill girls and you're making me go through therapy. It's boring. It's fucking boring. It's fucking boring, dude. Like I don't know, like, dude.
So then, what's the alternative?
I die! Like, or I fucking figure out good ways to deal with this. Or
You're not going to figure out good ways to deal with it on your own. You would have done that already. You're 26 years old. It's not cute anymore.
Who do you think you're Oprah? Dude, like...
Dude, you're a 26-year-old man literally pining after a 20-year-old who just rejected you while they were being more emotionally mature than you. Though Grace rejecting you was way more emotionally mature than you're being in the entire situation.
Okay, again.
She recognized that you had a problem and fixed it for you. A 20-year-old fixed your emotional attachment problems for you. Is that not embarrassing?
No.
Okay, that's crazy. That should be a wake up call to any individual. That hey,
because if you
maybe I should start taking my mental health a little bit more seriously because somebody 6 years my junior actually just did it for me. Because they had to do it for me.
Like, do you think? Because here's the thing. Do you actually think I want her to be my Harley Quinn? Do you think
what I think is that you were trying to interact with her. Literally, you were trying to genuinely like bully her into saying that her content was fucking shit. Without you, so that way you could continuously interact with her, and in my opinion, the hopes of possibly being romantic with her.
That's okay. Well, that's not what I was trying to do at all. I at first, once we go ahead and started talking about what's it called, I was just shooting a shit. I was like, once we talking about,
don't believe you. Nobody believes you.
Once we started talking, and she went into this thing where she was saying, "You're actually a manipulative one." During the whole thing, I was just like, "Okay, I don't know what the fuck to say anymore." It was like we're just fucking. She's like sitting there fucking trying to argue with me, and I'm like, I even went back to the chat, and I was like, "How do I just go to her?" And I'm trying to tell my chat she's not manipulative.
Based on
But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying. What you're saying is that it seems like I was trying, like when I'm talking to her, it seems like I'm trying to get her to say her content. Like, dude, I don't even know because
no, it doesn't make sense if your actions don't make sense without what I said being at play. Why were you trying to, when Grace was saying, hey, I think that we should go our separate ways. I can't really make content with you, doing something incredibly mature, where she established that based on your guys' last two interactions, where you had a big
because
that you guys are not good professionally together.
Well,
right?
I can do one of two things. I can troll.
Why is it that when she was saying you guys shouldn't interact together, your response was, well, what are you gonna do? Just go interview all of your people in your Discord?
And I called her a traveling whore. Do you think I think that's what she's doing?
No, what I think was you were trying to insult her content to get her to believe that the content that you two would make together would be good. Because that's exactly what you were doing. Anybody who was watching that knows that's what you were shouting up the content that you two could make together, and you were shitting on the content she would make alone. The whole point was you were trying to convince her that your content together would be good, so she would do it with you.
I'm gonna be for real with you. I could give 2 fucks less about if we made content or not. But like,
nobody you don't even believe that. You don't even believe that.
What I would care more about is if we were in good standings, like we're chill, like we're cool. I think I would care more about that than anything. Like we're not like hating each other or whatever, rather than if we did content or not.
Why does it matter? It's unhealthy for you to interact with this woman in the first place.
I think I do have a problem with like me being okay with everybody. I think that is a genuine issue.
Yeah, that is another one of your issues, sure.
That I want everything to kind of be like square, with people. I think that's like a thing. Even people who have wronged me, like I let Felk into my fucking server when I probably shouldn't have let his ass in there. Even after he's like drama farming and literally just been kind of like low key shit talking me for the past like couple months. I mean, like,
I don't really know the extents to that, but
you don't know the extents of that?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen the drama farming or anything like that. Is it like in a Discord?
It's in his like little weird server or whatever. But you know, now suck each other's. Really no other problems and really is single, by the way. Darius needs closure. Nadouche died for your sins. I don't know. You just need to find a new trailer park queen, Harley Quinn. I mean, like the thing is, I can find a new girl. I'm not like. Dude, it's so cringe. Like I can go on Tinder right now, find a girl, go hang out with her. It's fine.
I think chat wants to see that. I think that's the kind of shit chat wants to see.
Okay, well, chat wants to see. Chat wants to see
you go into the chat room a 9th time to talk to Grace. I think people are bored. I think people are tired of it.
I think people actually would love to see me kill myself over that, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I think some people would enjoy that. Those people who are like fucking cringe or whatever, but anybody who actually cares about you is probably not going to want to see you kill yourself, and they're again becoming exhausted waiting to just see you make the same mistake over and over again. It's tiring.
Hmm.
The problem is we've had conversations like this a million times.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like you ever take it seriously.
But your idea of taking it seriously is blocking
a commitment to action, you know? Is actually doing something.
I'm telling you, I think what myself is and who I am, and I will be depressed if I'm not myself. And I think what myself is somebody that is okay with giving other people second chances, and giving them the ability to come back in my life as long as they show attempt to change. And if I am going to interact, if I'm going to live like that, I think that would make me more depressed.
So let's take a separate example. Let's say we have a young woman that feels the same way when she keeps getting back with like an abusive ex that hits her. What would your advice be to her?
I would tell her to get away from the abusive ex.
Why?
Because
she wants to be that type of person to give other people second chances.
Okay, well, if they are going through, like, I mean, like, yeah, so your partner hits you or whatever, and like it's like you're married or something like that. Maybe go through like a couples counseling that could exist, but probably if someone's at the point of domestic abuse, you guys probably need space.
But they want to be the type of person who gives people second chances.
Okay, well then there's a time limit to second chances, the same way I've done with other people, where I've given people time limits, and I've gone through and I was like, okay, give me time and we'll go out and do stuff there.
So you would recommend that this person give them time to be able to change and then get back with them? Do you think that's a healthy?
I mean, like,
situation
not get back with them, which is not what
Okay, so then
because
what
you're
do you-
not like, which is analogous to
hold
me,
on.
because I'm not doing that with people that have done that to me.
Really? So you're not trying in any way, shape, or form
To be romantically,
not even romantically, professionally interacting with Grace.
I think I can professionally interact with Grace. The problem is that there is a weird line between romantic and professional.
Because the last time, the
Which
second
is my
loop happened
fault.
because you were trying to do it professionally. You told me, you told the stream, you told everything that it was a professional relationship.
Okay, well, I told the stream and everybody that it was a professional relationship.
Yeah.
Sure, let's say that.
Oh, Dougie.
Let's just say I said that it was professional. Sure. The messages that were sent and the things that were talked about made me think maybe a little differently, but maybe I got too lost in the sauce. Maybe.
Yeah, and it's going to happen again because you've already established that it happened once, it'll happen again. It happened before in previous relationships, it'll happen again.
You know how when, like, you know what I think I learned this pattern from? Like, in a real way?
Your mother.
League of Legends. You keep queuing, you don't really change anything, you just go the same jungle route, and then you just either lose or you win, depending on what's happening that game. And then you end up being permaplat, and you don't really grow from that. And I think I just
Sure,
need to-
that's a decent analogy, unironically.
And I think I need to play more League. I think I need to play more League. Because this is like, I don't know. Because like, this is boring, dude. This is boring. This is mid. This is mid content. This is like, this conversation is mid. What's more cool?
Yeah, it's like helping prevent your mental illness from destroying your life and destroying your friendships is very mid content. You know.
I think my streams in general have destroyed a lot of my friendships. I think I have two paths I can choose in life. One is where I am healthy and I'm doing stuff, but I'm not doing the content I'm doing. And one is where I'm doing the content I'm doing, but I'm working on ways in between to be stable. And that's I think that's the move. That's the life. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I mean, hasn't that been my point, that you can keep doing the content, you just need to be more open to people who are telling you to stay
But no,
away.
why would I be open to a bunch? People tell me to stay away from like so many fucking people, dude. Like everybody in. Okay, so what? So I'm open to that, but I'm gonna make my
Wait,
own
can
decisions.
you tell me who I've told you to stay away from that was a bad idea to stay away from?
I think me and Sushi are fine.
Wait, you and Sushi are fine because of your limited exposure to each other. Like, you guys became fine because of the distance that you guys fostered between each other.
Yes, and the same thing would go for Grace. Would it not?
I'm not saying that, like, I would prefer that you never talk to Grace ever again. But what I'm trying to drill is you shouldn't be doing content with Grace, and you sure as fuck shouldn't be intimate in any way with Grace. And you should, like, limit content or like, not contact each other for quite a bit of time.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
But also,
I mean, which I don't disagree with, which is why I was like, okay, after this conversation, I just wanted to see what the vibe was, and I was like, okay, I genuinely was like, okay, there's nothing to do here, because I was like, okay, I'm just gonna see what the vibes are and see what it is, but it does seem like if she's being genuine during that call, she seems like she has made an adult decision to not engage with my content anymore. I wish she could have communicated that to me through messages.
she shouldn't have had to. You were clearly, from your end, it was clear that you shouldn't have interacted with this woman in a professional or intimate capacity. She didn't even need to open her mouth.
I just think that's maybe it's just, I think it's clear to you, but maybe I am.
Yeah, it's clear to, like, other people that genuinely care about you, because we have a unique perspective that isn't enforced by your attachment problems. Like, the problem is that you are not a reliable actor when it comes to looking at people in this situation. Because it's not even just women, because people keep shitting on you for saying it's only happening with women. This isn't necessarily true. You're just not reliable at knowing when you're going beyond your limits. That's it. And you need to be more open to the idea that, like, you might be crossing a line when you don't feel like you are.
I hear you. So going forward, what I will do is I plan to do this anyway, but unless we had some scheme, I'll be honest, unless there was some scheme where she was like, okay, listen, we'll do content, like we'll do like a meme thing like every like week or something like that. I'd be like, cool, we'll just talk about meme stuff and it'll be like content specific conversations with Grace. But I think people are in her ear, and I think also like in general with the stuff that's going on, that people are gonna make an assumption for me, and people are gonna make decisions for me because that's what everyone wants to do. Everyone wants to make decisions for Darius.
In this regard, other people should be making a decision for you.
I don't think people should. I think people
really, in this regard, you clearly showed that you're not capable of making a good decision for yourself.
These are your ideas of good decisions.
I think these are pretty objective. If you stopped interacting with Grace after the first instance, you would have never had the timeline where you had suicidal ideation. Would you? That's correct, is it not?
I mean, it could have been with somebody else. It could have been a different timeline. It could have been with somebody else.
No. It's not about whether or not it would have been with somebody else. I said specifically or I'll say specifically with.
It could have been
Grace.
something else that happened during that time. I mean, like, what is the?
You're saying like, hey guys, I know you told me to stop interacting with Grace, but think about what would have happened if I got hit by a bus. Like, what are you saying? Like, that's not relevant. All it is putting yourself in the best position possible to live a healthy life and make good content. We could have made good content in LA without Grace. In my opinion, it was probably better without it, but. Do you disagree with the idea that if you stopped interacting with Grace after the first time when people told you not to, you wouldn't have had that depressive episode and that suicidal ideation?
I feel like the reasons why would trigger me to cry are things that, or trigger me to think about suicide. I mean, like, yeah, I think but I think also like if my friend didn't like.
Yeah, Nadouche isn't blameless.
Yeah, if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have had that either. Like, you get what I mean? Like, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have had that happen either.
I don't necessarily think that's true. I think if she like left you there, I think it would have been a similar.
I laid in bed and I was like, okay, whatever, this fucking blows. I guess I didn't have like suicidal thoughts that night. It was just like the morning of when I was just like, dude, like, it's like fucking weird. And you were telling me about like how Nadouche was probably like plotting something and this shit. And I was like, dude, I'm just getting fucked with again. And I fucking knew it, dude. And shit was like weird. He cried the first time without Nadouche. It was part of it.
No, the first time Nadouche wasn't even part of it. It was because of her situation and her not talking to you anymore. So I think it's fair to say that your depressive episode and your suicidal ideation probably in large part came from her not talking to you again. So, the issue that I have is that
chicken tenders.
it doesn't feel like anything's going to change.
The problem is that you have is you feel like nothing is going to change.
Yeah, because I feel like we've had this conversation several times.
I think we need Ben Thorpe's opinion. Like, that guy seems wise. You know what I mean? Like, he said we were good content. Daddy knows best. You know what I'm trying to say? Anyway. But no, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I guess, I don't know. Yeah. Is there a leak in the Thorp ship? I think the torpedoes are down. For now on.
So what are you gonna do? So what are you gonna do in regards to Grace, and what are you gonna do in the future when another person like Grace comes into your life? What is your plan?
I think I'm just not going to pursue romance anymore. If you want to know, like, legit, I'm just gonna fuck bitches and get money, ironically. Like, I'm not even trolling. Like, I'm just gonna have chicks come on, I'm be like, oh, this is cool, and then I'm not going to think about, like romantic or dating shit anymore.
So the only problem I
I
see
think-
with this is you told me that this was gonna happen before you met Grace.
Well, yeah, and then I realized that I was like, oh, this girl's cool, and then she does content that's similar to mine. We can go ahead and we can do, like, dumb shit. And then I was like, okay, and then I found out cool. I was like, more. I was like, okay, I like her more. Okay, I think she's cooler more. And then I got fucked, and I was like, okay, maybe something can work out. Maybe she's cool or whatever. Maybe it's just like a weird thing with her dad. I got a whole bunch of messages, and it was like, okay, her dad's like manipulating everything. Her dad's a mastermind behind it all. She actually didn't want to do it. So I was like, okay, let's try it again then. And then we tried it again, and it was like, okay, and I was like, this is fucking. Then it was like a conversation. I was like, okay, what's going on here? And then it's like fucking dumb, but it doesn't. I get what you're saying. Like, I shouldn't even be entertaining it or whatever anymore. What I will do, Darius, try not to catch feelings challenge, a little impossible. I mean, like, I'm a romantic guy. I'm a very romantic guy, but I'm like I can, like, just view women as my fleshlights. You know what I mean? Like, for the ongoing future. Like, if that's genuinely it, because I don't want to think about, like, and if that's genuinely what you guys want me to do for the next, like, 6 months, I can do that.
I don't think that's necessary. I think the only thing that you need to do is just. I think you need to be. I think. If that's what if you just want to have only casual relationships with women, you can try that. But at the end of the day, the thing that needs to happen, is you need to be more open towards the idea that your attachment towards specific women is unhealthy, and cut it off before it becomes a significant problem.
Interesting. No thanks.
Wow.
No need for a threesome. Goodbye.
No,
Goodbye.
threesome.
No need for a threesome. Goodbye.
I have a brilliant idea though. You gotta hear it out.
It's got 30 seconds.
You know how therapy is like, it's like 3 months or so. You know, 3 months plus at least. What if you just do like therapy, but just do MDMA with therapy, you know, and then do it online for content, so that way you get content and you get therapy and drugs. No. Eh? Huh? Huh? Thoughts?
Yeah.
That's like a 5K viewer stream. With Dr. K? Yo, get this man Dr. K, bro. No?
Well, give me like 3 grams of shrooms right now, and I'll take it. And I'll just like sit here and just listen to Relly talk. You got
serious?
Yeah, I'm being dead serious. Give me 3 grams of shrooms right now.
Hey, say less. Not the illegal one, you know. We got, you know, fresh organic mushroom.
Yeah.
Really, you gonna sit here with me while I take some shrooms?
I'll sit here.
Okay.
It's gonna take him a minute though. He has to like drive out and go get it.
Well, I had a Street Fighter. I haven't had any time to, like. The thing is, I haven't been.
had any time.
I'm telling you right now, it's like this Grace stuff is such like it's so gay. It's sorry, not gay. It's like it's so fucking dumb, and it's so like misconstrued to what my actual like day to day is, because of the fact that I've been in this situation with like where I've been traveling a lot, and there's a lot of downtime, and there's a lot of boredom in between it. Like all throughout Miami, I didn't even give a fuck about this Grace stuff. I literally didn't talk to Grace until the day before I met her. Then after that, I met Grace, and I was like at her house the whole time, and I was just sitting there with her, and I was like, I was liking her or whatever. Then I went home, and then it was just like Grace is gonna be. I'm going out to see Grace in 3 days, so it's like between that week and that 2 weeks or whatever, I've had nothing but like downtime or Grace in the noggin. Grace in the noggin. I haven't had any time to do anything on my own, like at all. And like once I. Have you had any time to eat Rice Krispies? Zoom, shut up, nigga. I'm just trying to deadlift my dog. Relly isn't a real friend. He's always criticizing Darius and seems a tad jealous. Kind of low-key true. Thoughts?
I am jealous of some of your capabilities, sure. I am always criticizing some of your shit, sure. But I mean, I feel like that's part of the reason why I'm here, no?
Yeah, I don't understand. Didn't we have this conversation with Eurydice and like Grace and Ben there, and then they maybe OSGT worked. Maybe OSGT worked because
whatever it takes to get past it.
no, unironically, maybe it worked because didn't Grace literally like criticize you guys for doing this to me? We saved Grace, but we saved her without ourselves. And you know what? That's the best we can do for content, baby.
Whatever gets
Operation
past the
Save
art.
Grace Thorp accomplished. She's so repulsed by me that now she's gonna just travel the world and see all of her viewers and do her thing. Success always planned from the beginning. Mission complete.